Welcome to the channel. In this series, we are going to build a complete Scribble.io clone from scratch using modern technologies like TypeScript, Nest.js, React, Tan Stack Query, Socket.io, Redis, and more. The goal isn't just to build a game that works, it's to build it the way a professional team would build a real-time multiplayer application. So, without wasting any time, let's jump into the demo. First, let's start the application. As you can see, we're on the home screen. Let's create a new room and invite a few players to join. Once everyone joins, the host can start the game. One player gets selected as the drawer while the others try to guess the word. You can see the drawing updates in real time for all connected players. As guesses come in, scores are calculated and the leaderboard gets updated instantly. Notice that after a few seconds, a letter hint is automatically revealed. This helps players get closer to the correct answer and keeps the game moving. The entire game loop, including drawing synchronization, word selection, hints, scoring, timers, and room management, is handled in real time through WebSockets. Now let's move over to the repository. You'll find the repository link in the description below. Now let's move over to the repository. You'll find the repository link in the description below. Before we start writing code, I want you to open two important files, architecture.mmd user yojak chin stories.md. Download these files and spend some time reading through them. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is jumping directly into coding. In professional software development, a significant amount of time is spent understanding the problem before writing a single line of code. Typically, product requirements are converted into user stories using tools like Jira. These user stories define what needs to be built, why it needs to be built, and how users are expected to interact with the system. So before moving forward, read through all the user stories carefully. They'll give you a clear understanding of the features we'll implement throughout the series. Now let's take a look at the architecture. As you can see, our system consists of three primary components, front-end, back-end, Redis. For this project, we don't need permanent data storage because game state is temporary. That's why we're using Redis as an in-memory data store instead of introducing a persistent database such as PostgreSQL, MySQL, MongoDB, or any other SQL, NoSQL solution. If we look at the backend architecture, you'll notice several core modules, Socket.io layer for real-time communication, Game Engine, Room Manager, Drawing Engine, Word Engine, Score Engine, Hint Engine, Timer Engine. Each of these modules has a single responsibility, making the application easier to maintain, test, and scale. Throughout this series, we'll build every one of these components step by step while following clean architecture and production-grade development practices. By the end of the series, you'll have a fully functional multiplayer drawing game and, more importantly, a solid understanding of how real-time applications are designed and implemented. So if that sounds interesting, clone the repository, go through the user stories and architecture files, and let's start building. See you in the first coding video.